This is Mr. Phillip who represents you, President and CEO
of Tech America.
So I noticed in coming in here that there's many different sponsors involved in this, Microsoft being one of them. And so what is the message that you are sharing with us? And we spoke with Senator Whitehouse also about some of the things that are going on.
Tech America is now the largest technology trade association, companies large and small across the country. And our message is pretty simple, that we believe the innovation layer, small and large companies both, is the most important across the economy because it's revolutionizing every aspect of the economy, whether that's agriculture, transportation, banking, government, education, you name it. It's all about the innovation that's going on, much of it driven by small companies. So our association includes large and small. We talk to members of Congress, we talk to state legislatures, we have regional offices across the U.S. to engage the smaller companies, and then we drive this message home. And tonight we had an open house to celebrate the 112th Congress, also to celebrate the fact that we brought 4 associations together to form Tech America, which is now just 2 years old, is the largest association in the space.
A lot of good things to celebrate tonight, but we do have some formidable obstacles coming down the pike. Friday, the federal government is scheduled to shut down, and that's obviously something that's of major concern. And we also have a patent reform legislation that's being considered right now, and then there's cybersecurity, among other things. So how do you help address some of those issues?
No shortage of issues. In fact, we published what we call a roadmap for America's technology future. 13 issues we think are of paramount importance to this Congress and also to state legislatures, and they include the issues you mentioned and many more. We tend to look at tax issues, trade issues, and everything around talent, and then more technology for government. A lot of that revolves around small companies, how much R&D is going on, and how you bring small companies to bear, and that's the message that we're carrying as an association.
Okay. What are we celebrating tonight in general?
Tonight we're really celebrating the 112th Congress, but also celebrating the fact that we brought these groups together to form Tech America, that these are our new headquarters. We've revolutionized the space and wanted members, both Capitol Hill, administration folks, and our member companies to see the new space and see what the association is up to.
So it's a recent renovation then, right?
Yes, you bet.
Okay, I love the colors.
Yes.
I love the spatial usage.
Opened it up. These were all
furniture.
closed offices. Opened it up, consolidated the ITAA, IT Association of America staff, and the old AEA staff here to form Tech America, and give members of both companies and members of Congress a single place that they can come to reach not only leaders in the industry, but then across the country as well.
Okay, now you've got some competitors right now. There's other events that are going on, so you were fortunate to at least have so far one representative has shown up.
We've had Congressman Israel, Senator Whitehouse, former Senator Bennett, who's a great champion for the U.S. technology industry for a number of years in the Senate on behalf of the state of Utah. And we had about 30 House members RSVP to come tonight. Unfortunately, 10 votes were stacked in the House tonight, and so that disrupted their schedule. A number of senators, a couple who were not able to join us, but I think we got the attention of a tenth of the U.S. Congress saying that they would be here tonight. Votes got in the way, but we got the attention of Congress, and we're going to celebrate that.
Okay, then what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks as you kind of move forward?
We're certainly carrying one message to Capitol Hill and to the administration that we want to see the fiscal house get in order, but we also want to avoid a shutdown because at least 2.5 million private sector employees of companies providing technology to the government will be affected by that. Contracts will have to start and then stop and start again, which is very costly, which is going to undermine any savings. So we've made that message clear to folks, try to avoid the shutdown, and then we'll get moving on some of those 13 policy issues on our roadmap that Congress needs to turn attention to. Our message in part is that the 20th century way of looking at the economy with its different verticals is really outmoded, and we've got to look across it at the innovation layer. We think the president is dead right about that. If we're going to win the future, to use his phrase, we're going to have to embrace our national competitive edge around innovation.
What's going on in the Hill, and is this a timely conversation for you?
Oh, this is an extremely timely conversation because of, first of all, we have the intellectual property, the patent reform bill that is very vital to this committee, that is out of the Senate now, but still needs to be passed by the House and go through conference and be finalized into a law that the president can sign. And then, as I mentioned a moment ago, we have the bill on cybersecurity that I'm quite confident will be taken up this year.